Hello, yogis. Cassidy with Marina Bay Yoga here. Today we have a shoulder strengthening practice. So this practice is going to be amazing exercise and strengthening for your shoulders in general. It's also going to be a really great practice if you're working on any inversions anything that your shoulders are going to need to be strong for. This practice is going to help you get there faster. So definitely save this one for anytime you're working on inversion practices. And then if you do have any shoulder injuries, you just want to be careful with this practice. If it feels good, do it. If it doesn't feel good, then I would encourage you to find a practice that is not so shoulder heavy. The shoulders are a tricky thing, and if they're hurting, you should see a doctor. All right, I'll meet you on your mat when you're ready, and we will jump into this very, very incredible shoulder strengthening practice. All right, I'll see you there. All right, so we are going to begin today in a child's pose with our knees together. So not open wide. You can go ahead and fold your feet down and start to walk those hands forward. We're going to give the shoulders a nice big stretch before we get started. You can relax your forehead to the ground and find a little rock left and right with the head. Allowing just a little bit of pressure, and notice that lengthening in your back as you draw your hips down and draw your head down. Your spine gets to elongate, your shoulders get to open as you crawl your fingertips forward. And as you settle in here, take a moment to set an intention for your practice today. And on your next inhale, we're going to come up to tabletop, hands pressing against the earth, knees pressing against the earth. Spine is nice and long and neutral. There's a straight line from the back of the head all the way to the tailbone. Let's begin with some cat-cows. Inhale, draw the chest up. Belly comes down, hips lift. Exhale, head comes down, round out the spine. Inhale, heart comes up, hips lift, belly goes down. Exhale, round out the spine. Staying with your breath here, inhaling up and exhaling down. Inhale up and exhale round. We're going to send the hips all the way back to that child's pose, and then we're going to come all the way forward into a baby cobra. Legs go straight out behind you, heart lifts just a little bit, elbows stay tight and bent to your side. Exhale, send those hips back to child's pose. And inhale all the way forward. Maybe this time you come into a full cobra or start to straighten those arms just a little bit more. And exhale back to child's pose. Start to move with your breath, inhaling forward, taking the cobra as deep as it feels good to your back and your body. And exhale it back to child's pose. Inhale forward to cobra. Exhale back to child's pose. Moving with your breath, inhale it forward. Exhale it back. Taking just one or two more of these, and we're going to land all together in our cobra. Chest lifted, back nice and long, little contraction there for the back. And then slowly lower all the way down. We're going to look towards the left hand to get started. Reach those arms out to a T. And we're going to keep those arms really straight as we do this big stretch for the shoulders. So the left hand is going to come right underneath the left shoulder. And we're going to start to roll onto that right arm. You're going to step the left foot back behind the right leg so that your hip opens up towards the side. Left knee points up towards the ceiling. Now you can keep your left hand down, or you can bring it back behind your back, opening up the left shoulder as well. And just check in with that right hand. Notice if you're squeezing, if you're tightening, see if you can relax the shoulder just a little bit. Good, yogis. All right, we've got one more deep breath here, and then we're going to take it to the other side so you can see the back of it. On your next exhale, go ahead and roll back to your stomach. And we're going to take that left arm out straight. Right hand comes in, look towards the right side. Start to roll onto that left shoulder. Right foot comes back behind your left leg. And right arm comes back behind your back if you want to deepen it just a little bit. Checking in with the knees, checking in with the hips, see if you can soften, relaxing the body just a little bit, getting yourself nice and evened out on each side. And slowly roll back onto your stomach. Good, yogis. We're going to press all the way back up into tabletop. Hands and knees on the ground underneath your shoulders and hips. And we're going to take that right arm all the way up towards the ceiling. And then go ahead and thread it through the left side. Come down onto your shoulder. Walk the left arm forward. So we're putting some pressure on the right arm, on the right shoulder. And you might feel this stretch in a few different places depending on your specific body. But one of those is in the back of the right shoulder. So look for that stretch. See if you can kind of maneuver your body to feel that stretch through the back of the right shoulder and even into the side of the back, the right side of the back. Good, we've got one more deep breath here. And then go ahead and walk that left hand back in. Take your right arm all the way up. Look towards your fingertips. Right hand comes down. Left arm comes up. Look up towards your fingertips, and we're going to thread it through the right side, coming all the way onto your shoulder. Reach that right arm forward. Stretch through the back of the left side, the left shoulder. And go ahead and bring the right hand in and take the left arm all the way back up. The left hand comes down to the ground. All right, we're going to go straight into a plank pose today. So go ahead and take your legs long behind you, coming up onto your toes and finding your plank. Good. We're going to press the shoulders away from the ground, spreading through all 10 fingertips, finding your balance on your hands here so that some of the pressure comes off of your wrist. And we're going to find just a gentle sway forwards and back, warming up the wrists because they're going to play a big part in our shoulder strengthening practice today. Good, just a few more forward and back. And then go ahead and bring those knees down to the ground, back to tabletop. We're going to take the wrists and fingertips, turn them out towards the side of the mat, and find a little sway left and right. Still in our tabletop, fingertips are just pointed out to the side. And go ahead and come back to center. We're going to turn those fingertips all the way back towards the knees. Palms pressed down into the earth, fingertips face back towards the knees. And again, we're just going to find a little sway here. Depending on how tight your wrists are, you might not move very much. Your fingertips might get towards your knees or close, and that might be all that's available today. I just want you to honor that. I hear a lot of people tell me, mine doesn't look like yours. Well, I could not do your job like you do your job. Let's just say that. Or maybe yours looks even better than mine. Maybe you've been practicing even longer. And so just honoring where you are today without comparison, without worrying if it looks right or not. Check in to see how it feels. Does it feel good? Are you getting a good stretch? All right, we're going to gently bring those fingertips all the way back forward. Now this one's we're gonna put just a very little amount of pressure on, and we're gonna flip the fingers towards us. So instead of turning them, you're gonna flip them towards you so that the back of your hand comes down to the ground. Your right hand stays just like it is, palm on the ground, but the left back of the hand is down on the ground, and we're finding a little sway forwards and back. This is also a great stretch if you play tennis. I know there are some tennis, I have a lot of tennis players in my world. So I know if you're playing tennis, this is going to be really great for your wrist, your forearm as well. All right, we're going to flip that left wrist back over and let's do the right side. So put all the pressure in your left hand, flip those right fingertips towards your knee so that there's pressure on the back of your right hand on the mat. And we're going to find just a little bit of pressure forwards and back for that right wrist. Good, yogis. These are also great to do when you're practicing any kind of inversions, getting your wrists nice and warmed up. Good, we're gonna go ahead and bring that right hand back down. All right, let's go into our first down dog together. Go ahead and tuck your toes. We're gonna send those hips all the way up towards the ceiling and start to pedal out your heels, bringing one heel down and then the other, almost like there's little buttons under your heels. Just tapping it down, elongate the spine. And we're gonna go ahead and come to our plank pose. Good, holding here in your plank pose, draw your rib cage in. We're gonna tighten through the core, lift the chest so that it's pressing away from the earth, shoulders pressing away from the earth, and we're gonna go back to our down dog. You can pedal out the heels here. And we're gonna start really feeling this strength through our shoulders. Coming back to your plank, pressing the earth away from you, feeling that strength in your shoulders, strength in your core. 3 more deep breaths here. And back to your down dog. Good, yogis. We've got one more round of that for this round. And we're coming back to our plank pose. Good, nice strong core, pressing the earth away from you. Good, yogis. One more deep breath. And we're gonna bring the knees down, lower all the way down through your push-up and press up to cobra. Good, find a little rock left and right. And we're gonna send those hips all the way back to child's pose. Give the shoulders a really big stretch here before we go into our next little sequence for our shoulders. All right, when you're ready, go ahead and come back all the way up to your down dog. That big upside down V. And let's pick up the pace just a little bit here. We're going to, from our down dog, we're gonna take the right leg up and we're gonna crunch that right knee to our right elbow and send it all the way back up towards the ceiling and go ahead and crunch it in towards your nose and send it all the way back up towards the ceiling. And then go ahead and crunch it in towards your left elbow and send it all the way back up. And go ahead and bring the right foot down, take the left leg up. We're gonna crunch that left knee to the left elbow and send it all the way back up towards the ceiling. And take it to your nose, send it all the way back up towards the ceiling and send it to your right elbow. And take it all the way back up towards the ceiling. Good, step your left foot down. We're gonna come forward to our plank. Now knees can stay up or down here. We're gonna take a little push up, come all the way back up and send your hips back up to your down dog. Good, yogis, we're gonna repeat that all the way over again. Right leg rises. Crunch the right knee to the right elbow. Send it up straight. Take the knee to the nose. Send it up straight and take it over to the left elbow and send it up straight. Good, bring that right foot all the way down. Take the left leg up. Crunch the left knee to the left elbow. If you've got it, start to move with your own breath. Left leg comes up. Crunch it to your nose and send it all the way up. Crunch it to your right elbow and send it all the way up. Step your left foot down and come forward to your plank. Again, knees up or down here. Take your push up and come all the way back up to your down dog. Good, we've got one more round of this sequence. Right leg rises. Crunch the right knee to the right elbow. Send it up straight. Take it to your nose. Send it up straight. Take it to your left elbow. Send it up straight. Right foot steps down. Left leg goes up. Take your left knee to the left elbow and all the way up. Take it to your nose and all the way up. And take it to your right elbow and send it all the way up. Left foot comes down, come forward to your plank, take your push-up, and all the way back to down dog. Knees come down, come to your child's pose. Feel that stretch through your shoulders as you settle into child's pose for just a moment. All right, yogis, I will meet you back in your plank when you're ready. All right, so we're gonna come to our plank pose and we're gonna take the right knee down, turn the right toes towards the back behind you, and you're gonna reach the left arm up. Gate pose, good. So that left leg is nice and long, left fingertips reach up towards the ceiling, right knee is down and toes are packed behind you. Press your hips forward, feel that big opening on your shoulder. And then go ahead and bring the left side down. Good, we're gonna take the right foot back to the plank, left knee comes down, toes turn away from you. Right leg stays long, start to rotate, pressing into the left hand, reach the right arm up. And then start to draw the heart forward, hips forward, opening up the right shoulder. And right hand comes down. Left foot comes back, come back to your plank. Good, yogis. All right, let's do one more sequence here. We're gonna take the right foot and step it to the outside of the right hand, and then bring it back. We're gonna take the left foot, step it out to the outside of the left hand, and bring it back. Good. We're gonna tap the right foot on the right heel, and then we're gonna tap the left foot on the left heel. Good, let's do that again. Right foot comes to the outside of the right hand, and send it back. Left foot comes to the outside of the left hand, and send it back. Right foot taps down, left foot taps onto the heel. Good, one more time. Right foot comes forward to the outside of the right hand, and step it back. Left foot comes to the outside of the left hand, and step it back. Right toes tap the right heel, or sorry, the left heel, left toes tap the right heel. Good, knees come down, child's pose. Give those shoulders a little break. I think I said that was our one more sequence. That was, I apologize. We've got one more, we've got one more sequence, and then we will come to cool down. All right, go ahead and meet me in your down dog when you're ready. All right, we're gonna look towards the hands and go ahead and walk the feet forward, come to a forward fold. And then walk the feet back, come to your down dog. Come forward to your plank, come back to your down dog. That's the sequence. Walk your feet forward, walk your feet back. Down dog, plank, down dog. Walk the feet forward, walk the feet back. Down dog, plank, down dog. Walk the feet forward, walk the feet back. Down dog, plank, down dog. Good, stay with your breath. We're gonna go through that a few more times, and I want to encourage you to start to move on your own. You're gonna hear my voice telling you how awesome you are, but continue that movement on your own. Forward, back, down dog, plank. Forward, back, down dog, plank. Just like that, keep on going. Feel that strength in your shoulders. Stay with your breath. We're almost there. Good, yogis. Good, we've got one more. Wherever you are, finish one more. And then we're gonna make our way all the way to a seated position. All right, you can come down to your knees and then make your way all the way into a crisscross seat. Good job. I think this is my first recording that in a while that I've started sweating in. That felt good. All right, let's give the wrists some love and the shoulders some love as we wrap up here today. So we're gonna take our fingers, interlace the fingers, flip the wrist away from yourself and start to open up those wrists. Good. You can press your fingers into the backs of your hand and kind of press away like your hands are dancing. Good. And then go ahead and bring them back towards you. Sitting in a crisscross position, if possible, we're going to bring those hands back behind you, interlace the fingers. And same thing as we did in front, we're going to draw those hands away from you, drawing your shoulders back, lifting your chest. Chin can lift just a little bit, nose pointing up towards the ceiling. Open your heart, open your chest, feel that stretch. Good, yogis. Go ahead and release the hands down. Good. We're going to bring the right hand down to the ground next to you. Left arm reaches up and over. Maybe you stop right here and this feels good. You can also come all the way down onto that right elbow and reach the left arm up and over. Now keep your left sits bone all the way on the ground and start to look up towards your fingertips. Good. You'll feel this stretch all through the left side body, into the shoulder, and then we're going to switch it to the other side. Left hand comes down, right arm reaches up. You can stay here or you can drop it all the way down to your elbow, keeping that right sits bone all the way down. Start to look up towards your fingertips, feeling that stretch through the right side body. Maybe you start to notice your breath coming back down. And slowly rise all the way back up. Good. We're going to take the right arm up and overhead. Left hand comes back behind you. You might remember this stretch from elementary school gym class. You're going to bend both elbows and reach for opposite fingertips. Good. Now you can stay here, just like you are, or you can add the legs in. And the way you add the legs in is by drawing that left foot close to your right glute, and the right knee stacks on top of the left knee, and the right foot comes back towards your left glute. This is called cow face pose. So you can keep your legs in a crisscross, or you can deepen the stretch just a little bit more for your hips by stacking the knees and drawing the feet towards your glutes. Release your fingertips. And if you have brought your knees to stack, go ahead and take a moment here. Draw those feet a little closer to your glutes. If you're in your crisscross pose, bring your hands to your knees. And then we're going to switch sides. If your knees are stacked, go ahead and uncross them. Bring the right foot under towards the left glute. And we're going to go ahead and stack the left knee on top of the right this time. Feet come back towards your glutes. This is an option for your legs, or you can stay sitting crisscross. We're going to take the left arm up, right arm down, bend the elbows, reach for opposite fingertips back behind your back. If you have a strap, you can always use that to bring your arms closer together, your fingertips closer together, coming into our cow face pose. I truly do not know why it's called that. I will have to do some research for there's usually a story behind the pose names. Good, yogis. Notice your breath deepening, softening, starting to slow down. One more deep breath here. And release the hands. Go ahead and release the legs. Come back to your crisscross. We are going to end today in a seated position. You can bring your hands to your knees and go ahead and close your eyes. We're going to ground down here in our seat. for just a moment before we get on with the day. With your eyes closed and shoulders relaxed, start to bring your attention to the space where your hands touch your knees. Feel your breath, feel your body. Notice your thoughts. And bring your attention back to that space where your hands touch your knees. On your next inhale, I want to invite you to breathe in gratitude and draw it into your body. Create that sensation of thankfulness. Even if you don't have one thing to pinpoint that you're thankful for today, create that sensation of thankfulness in the body. Allow yourself to be thankful for this present moment, for giving yourself the gift of yoga, for taking this time for you. On your next inhale, you can open your eyes. As always, it is an honor, a joy, and an absolute delight to practice yoga with you. The light in me sees the light in you, and I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you on our next yoga class. Thank you.